About a year and a half ago, I purchased a couple of mystery packages of just random science fiction and fantasy paperbacks from eBay. And I opened them up in videos, and I had so much fun doing that. And I'll link those videos down in the description if you are interested in watching them. And I could use a little infusion of fun. And I could always use an infusion of paperback science fiction paperbacks. So I purchased a couple more random lots for really cheap. And this one is slit open. I haven't actually looked at it yet, but a minute ago I was recording the video, or thought I was recording the video. I had actually forgot to hit the record button. Thankfully, I realized it before I actually got into the books, but that's why it's already open. So since it is already open, I'll go ahead and get into this and show you what's in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one has 22 in it. Okay, let's see. Wow, they really packaged these. Okay, I had to wrestle that out of the saran wrap. So the first book in this grouping is Masters of the Vortex by E. Doc Smith. I am absolutely not familiar with this author, but here's the cover, spine, and back. Oh, let's see. So the tagline here says, oh, that's not like a real tagline. It just says the famous Lensman series, deadly nuclear storms ravage the galaxy. Interesting. This cover is a bit psychedelic, isn't it? Let's see when this was published. Oh, it's the third printing. March of 1970. So yeah, that makes sense for this one. I don't know what this one is about. Let's do a quick... Oh, and on the back it says Runaway Vortex. Okay, that one looks like it might be interesting. The next one is High Sorcery by Andre Norton. Show you the cover. This looks like fantasy to me. Okay. Warlocks of Other Worlds or Scientists of Times Unknown. The next one is The Mind Masters by John F. Rossman. Ugly cover. Do not like this cover at all. I like the pink, but the little collage here on the front's not good. So the tagline says, in a great new adventure series, a master of psychic control does battle with the governments of the world. Sounds political. That's not really my bag. Let's see. The next one is Hunter of Worlds by C.J. Cherry. Actually, I'm not sure how to pronounce that author's last name. I'm familiar with the author, but don't know that I've read anything by them. Let's see. This cover doesn't really give away too much, does it? Let's see what it says on the back. The Iduve, I guess that's how you pronounce that. The Iduve were the most advanced spacefaring race in the galaxy. They traveled where they pleased in giant city-sized vessels, engrossed with their own affairs. The Iduve were humanoids with a difference. They were predators incapable of human emotions. Interesting. I won't read the rest. I think that's enough. That sounds like it might be interesting. The next one is The World Inside by Robert Silverberg. Interesting cover. I like the cover on this. Here's the back. Let's see. What do we know about this? Urban Monad 116. A lofty spire 1,000 stories high where over 880,000 souls live out their perfectly regulated lives in peace and plenty. But inside this glorious world are a few who dare to doubt and dream. Sounds dystopian. Okay, now let's open up this next bundle here. Jeez, wrestling these books out of the saran wrap is crazy. Okay, let's see here. Oh, okay, so the first book, right away, I love the cover. It's called Dinosaur Planet by Anne McCaffrey. You know what? She's written a lot of series. This might be part of a series. Okay, well, let's show you the cover at least. Dinosaurs. Can't really go wrong with dinosaurs. Okay, let's see on the back. The Mission, the exploratory and evaluation corps of the Frederick Problem. Kai and his beautiful co-leader, Varian, the Nightmare. Then suddenly, on a world of giant swamp creatures and deadly predators, a curious... That sounds like it might be groovy. Oh my gosh, I love this cover. Okay, The Day of Their Return by Powell Anderson. Look at this cover. When I first glanced at it, I thought he was holding a guitar. It's a gun. A little ray gun. Okay, let's see what this one's about. This actually sounds familiar. Aeneas, Terran Commissioner Deci-mused, was just another nondescript frontier for trouble, and trouble was certainly brewing. A strange fanatical religious movement was spreading like wildfire. There were rumors of fabled elder races of rebellion. The universe would begin its terrifying descent into the long night. Wow. I thought that was familiar. It's not familiar at all. The next one is called The Siege of Arista by... Oh, this looks like a anthology. We asked Christopher Stasheff to start a war. The result is The Siege of Arista, edited by Bill Fawcett. I wonder what this is. We're going to find out. So, I've not heard of this. Let's find out what it is. The alien swarm had begun to conquer humankind's stronghold almost 100 years ago. Here is the high-tech, far-future war saga featuring the finest writers in the science fiction field today. Interesting. So, wow, I don't recognize most of these names. So it has Janet Morris, Christopher Stasheff, Steve Perry, Bill Dietz, Elizabeth Moon, S.N. Leavitt, Jody Lynn Nye, Robert Sheckley, and Bill Fawcett. Those are the authors who have contributed to the stories in this book. Well, I will find out what that's like. Ooh, this one looks good. The Ship Who Sang, also by Anne McCaffrey. And the tagline says, she had the brain of a woman, the body of a spaceship, and the wiles of a siren born in the stars. All right. I love the cover of this. Let's see what this one is about. Helva had been born human, but only her brain had been saved to be schooled, programmed, and implanted in the sleek titanium body of an intergalactic scout ship. Then one day she fell in love. Oh! Puke. It's a science fiction romance. No, thank you. Okay, the next one is Eric John Stark, Outlaw of Mars. What is this going to be? Let's see. What's the tagline? It says by Lee Brackett. There's only one Lee Brackett and there's only one Eric John Stark. Both stand alone in their field. That's a quote from Ray Bradbury. Let me see what this says. Mars was old, tired, and steeped in every evil of a dying world. There to the sinful cities of the law canals came Eric John Stark, adventurer of the deserts. Okay, this sounds not like it's up my alley. Okay, so there's the cover, the side, the spine. Oh, this one's not as good as the others, huh? And the back. That one doesn't sound great. Okay, the next bundle. I'll try to wrestle the plastic off of these so I can get to the books. On the upside, I guess less damage can happen from them possibly rattling around in here. Ooh, this one looks nice. I like the cover of this one. This one is called The Spot of Life by Austin Hall. 2 worlds in one orbit. Ooh, that sounds good. Like the cover. Definitely like the cover. When was this published? Oh, I skipped. Okay, here we go. Well, it was originally published in 1932 as a serial in Argosy Weekly. But it doesn't tell me when this edition was published. Well, this looks 1950s or early 60s, don't you think? Okay, the doorway between the worlds was blocked. The mysterious room, the place where two things could occupy the same space at the same time, had been locked forever. Or so its scientist guardian was their plan. And for them, each hour was a matter of minutes away. Ooh, that sounds kind of good. Oh God, the cover of this one is hilarious. The Lord of Thunder by Andre Norton. This looks like it matches that other book. I wonder if it's part of a series. Probably is. Let me just pull that out and look. Yeah, see? They look like they're part of a series. I'm going to put these together on the side. Okay. Oh, this one looks good. Paradise is Not Enough by Michael Elder. The tagline says, the new Garden of Eden is a deadly bore and dangerous too. Love it. Okay, so this one looks good. You know, I can't be reading the backs of all of these. Let's see. In 200 years' time, the robots have taken over so completely that man has nothing to do but eat free food, drink-free drink, and spend most of his waking hours watching Tri-V. Sounds like it might be interesting. The next one is Rim Runners, another one by C.J. Cherry. Let's see. Here's the cover. The back. See what it says here. Rim Runners. In space, the line between patriot and pirate is as thin as a laser. Okay. Okay, CJ Cherry. We'll give you a try. The next one, oh, I love the cover of this one. Dark Piper by Andre Norton. Now, does that look like a Pied Piper retelling or what? The Dark Piper, returning to his home planet after 10 years, there to receive a shattering blow. All other human inhabitants on Beltane had perished, and only strange and possibly hostile mutant creatures awaited them. This sounds like it's part of a series, like it's a sequel. The next one is Decision at Duna, again by Anne McCafferty. Let's see, there's a tagline here. A fateful encounter between star-roving races. Interesting. It's got a nice cover. I like the cover. Okay. And then one final bundle in this box. Again, I'll just wrestle the plastic off of these. Okay. That plastic it's an ordeal to get that off of these books. Okay, so the first one on this one is another E.E. Doc Smith called Triplanetary, the first of the famous Lensman series. Okay, how about that? An epic tale of galactic adventure. So there's the, at least it's book one, you know. The next one is The Wonder Effect. Stories by the famous science fiction team, C.M. Kornbluth and Frederick Pohl. Interesting. Interesting cover. It's weird, and I'm not sure I like it, but it's interesting. Oh, this is a little anthology. That's what this is. When was this one published? 1962. Ray Bradbury. Okay. R is for Rocket by Ray Bradbury. There we go. Love the cover. Really great cover. Let's see. R is for Rocket and for Radiance and Remembrance and Rain and Regret. R is for Ray Bradbury, who can make you see things never seen by human eyes and feel things that no flesh and blood creature ever felt. He can create visions so compelling they come to life and dance before your eyes. He can push you back to the beginnings of time and then suddenly, without warning, thrust you forward to the outmost limits of the future. Here are 17 of his most remarkable stories, including the classic Frost and Fire. So it's a Ray Bradbury anthology. Well, I will definitely read that. The next one is The Kiff, Strike Back, another C.J. Cherry. The exciting new novel in the Channer series. So it is obviously a sequel of some kind, which I will not bother to read the back of that one. Okay, Voyage to the Forgotten Sun by Donald J. File, perhaps? A rousing space opera. You know, a lot of these books are really in pretty good condition. 1975. Here's another Andre Norton called Victory on Janus. Part human, part Iftin, the changelings of Janus now faced secret destroyers hidden behind the mask of brotherly love. This also seems like it's part of a series. Okay, so that's it for this box.